Greetings, fellow prison wardens. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, episode 25. Join, learn, and then back to the cell. So the first order of business this stream is to have Guero make a book. And I forgot about a very important game mechanic, which is that if you are magic or might imbued and you make a book, it's random. So instead of having Guero become a summoner, which we could do, we could have Guero become a summoner or a succubus. Actually, Guero is male, so he'd be a warlock, not a succubus. But Guero could scribe random books, and we could get a random class for Guero. So that's what I was going to poll on for you guys is, should Guero scribe random books? And it's possible that the random books that we get are banned books, so that it will be essentially a waste of material unless we trade them away. But I figured I'd try anyway. So let's go with that poll. Should Guero scribe his own scroll or book? And thank you in the chat, John and Joe, and what is it, Icegive, for the resubs, and Glitch for Bits. Welcome, welcome. If Guero scribes a random book that's banned, will we put him to death? That's a very good question that I could also follow up poll. I actually had that thought leading into the stream, which is what happens if it is a banned book, meaning that they have banned knowledge. And I don't have an answer for that. Now let's get rid of some of this blood. Also, I'm not really sure what to do with this slag. Can we even smelt it with our tech level? I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, we can smelt slag. So I'm going to have a smelt slag queue at the top. So we get rid of this slag. We think of slag as like a futuristic thing, but like slag is as old as metalworking, so it's not that futuristic. And we'll put the slag there. And we'll have our little minions haul the slag. I'm just looking for any other slag. The pole is in a weird place. Let me, watch this, ready? Whoosh. Oh, my magic is a little weak today. Hold on, whoosh. There it is. Gotta work on my magic skills. Gotta drink a magic potion, hold on. Little hot. But, you know, it puts a little, I mean, I was up at like 7 in the morning getting vomited on, so it puts a little, giddy up into my saddle. Oh, we're getting sieged. Well, Shield and Nabla is going to have to move pretty quick. Let's take a look. There is some people of interest. There's an Ice Mage, a very neurotic Ice Mage, and a Wanderer here in this siege. So there was another thing that we might want to do, which is once we're done scribing a book, there is some skills that will help us subdue enemies. So Pommel Strike is one such. It teaches a fighter how to perform a non-lethal blow to stun or knock out a target. So if we gave Pommel Strike to Shield and Madzi, Madzi would be particularly good at getting Pommel Strike because she can blink around, so she can blink to someone that we want to knock unconscious, Pommel Strike them, and then like Shadow Walk or Veil of Shadows away so that she can't be detected while doing it. That might be a very good way of subduing people. Alright, so the worry I have here is, can Nabla even get out of range in time? I'm going to have Nabla start running now while everyone else heads north for this fight. It depends. Okay, the siege is staging such that it will be possible for Nabla to get away. That's good. Because these elves show up with, like, their super bows. Actually, no, not too many have super bows. No, one has a Rivendell bow. I'm actually surprised I don't have weapon tally stacks enabled as a mod. Okay. And schedule. Everybody is inside. Their siege setup spot is gonna be real weird, isn't it? So I'm probably gonna want Tal to dump some defense pylons just to mess with these enemies. Oh, Crimson's leveled up. Alright, Turnip, get back. Okay, so we do have Tal doing defensive pylon attacks. These enemies are getting absolutely shredded by Crimson. We're not really going for prisoners at the moment, but boy, are we murdering them. Let's see, let's try to dump a sentinel here. You know, I kind of wanted to do an earthen hammer. It's a little risky to close the distance, but I think it would be, hilarity will ensue. Drop the hammer. Ow, he's getting hurt. All right, blink away. Blink. Oh, he stunned himself or something. Okay, well, he got shot a little bit, but they are fleeing. There is one down that we could capture if we wanted to. And let's see here. Wait, where is Shield? Oh, I left Shield in a weird spot. Never mind. I was gonna have Shield go and subdue them further. But Madsy can, maybe take someone down? Definitely not a veteran. We have enough of those. The whole... Oh, is that different than what... Is this the same trait? What trait is so annoying that Bowen has? Fighter. Fighter, okay. Fighter's different than veteran. I'm just seeing if any of these would be good at turning. A lot of them are, like, really into drugs. Really into drugs. Yeah, okay. So, abrasive, tough, and beautiful. Maybe Narthan here is the best potential person to take down. They have melee passion. They love art, maybe a bit too much. Alright, so Narthan is... we cut off his ear. That's a weird hit. That is a weird hit. Madsy, okay. And you jump back. It's too bad I can't just, like, summon him. Get over here. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll just treat a Phaedril or whatever the name is and, Organ Harvest. Seems reasonable. Alright, you guys want Guero to scroll his own. So the next question I have is... There is two potential options here. There is the Torn Script and the Arcane Book. I could do a Torn Script now, which is cheaper, but will teach less, or I could do the Arcane Book. What should Guero scribe? Script. Book. And there you go. Very simple choice up there. Alright, Thomas got a little hurt. We'll fix him. And a Phaedril here is probably an organ donor. Actually, they're tough, but they're a gourmand. I don't like gourmands. And we can also lift the zoning embargo. Madsy, you're human, right? I don't even... yeah, I think you're human. Yeah. Lilac, thank you for the resub, and Jazzium too. Oh, well that's rude. In the middle of tending them, they popped on up and started to attack me. Well, let's teach you some manners. They died, but like, you know, I'm okay with that. We taught them some manners. I mean, yeah, totally responsible of us. These elementals were like, wait, is that it? You summoned us for that? Yeah, man. Wasn't much, but Tal has very low tolerance for shenanigans. So we done murdered them good. Alright, Mr. Thomas, we will heal you up. That earthen hammer was really ineffective. I was hoping to drop the hammer and like knock more of them out, but oh well. Oh well indeed. A cow sprout. Gross. Get that elven nonsense out of here. So it appears like you guys want to do a book later. Got it. So here's the thing. It is almost the end of summer, and I do have Devil Strand growing here. Little worried that this Devil Strand is going to succumb to the elements as we descend into winter. Now, last winter, it didn't get so cold that we actually lost crops. So it is possible that that happens again, where plants stop growing, but they don't die off. But there's no guarantees, of course. So, with that said, there is some things that we could do if we wanted to. So one is that we could teach a mage Light. And then also the heat one. What is the heat one called? Well, I wouldn't even need the heat one. I could just move a hearth in there, so it's not magic-based heat. But yeah, we could teach a mage Light. I forget whether Mage Light is... I think it's 100% light? No, is this the one that follows them around? It's been so long since I've fully delved into RimWorld of Magic that I don't rightly remember. Maybe that won't work. Maybe you guys know. Yeah, let's look at... there's also... Yeah, Sunlight. Sunlight would be probably better. Dimensional pocket, steady stream of sunlight, enough to grow plants. Okay, so yeah, we could have someone learn sunlight. It would either be Tal, Thomas, Turnip, or Guero, potentially. So that is another choice here. All right, so the last poll question is, what happens if Guero scribes a forbidden book? Death, slavery, or scribe again? Give you 5 minutes on that. So I don't think we need to necessarily go for sunlight training right now, but it is something that we might want to consider. The other thing I am curious about, and I highly doubt they're compatible, is whether or not Lembas corn can be ground on a windmill. And I'm 99% sure it cannot. So I could make a windmill, but it would be mostly for bread and wheat if we grow bread next season. And we're still chipping away at the meteors we called down. That was the last thing we did last stream. We called down some meteors. And we got some gold and some silver, and we were hoping for jade. I didn't get jade, but we got coal and just a lot of good stuff. We also have all that wine that came down too. Looks like we have a bit of a lack of meat for nicer meals, so making sure that Crimson's our only hunter, because he's probably the only one that can get away if he hunts. And I think some people leveled up, yeah. Turnip. Oh, you know, I don't know how to effectively use a succubus. So let's read these again, I think. So this is a soulblind contract. I don't think that this is so important for us to maintain between Turnip and a slave. I have been working on Shadowbolt, so maybe I'll continue leveling up Shadowbolt. So direct damage and size goes up. Mana cost goes down. Proximity damage. Let's do proximity damage, just because I get attacked by great numbers. Alright, for Madzi, I am going to work on blink distance and blink efficiency, as she, I think, is going to be ideal for capture. And then maybe also Veil of Shadows. Leveling up her invisibility duration so that she can sort of control the battlefield a little bit more. There we go. All squared away. So I'm going to call this poll a little early and say that if Goro screws up, he gets another chance. You know, goblins are not maybe the most reliable scribes that exist, so a second chance is nice. Should I enclose the Devil Strand and use Sunlight Magic? So this is preparation for the winter. And if yes, then we would need to pick a person to learn it. Wow. Okay. Dang. I looked down and there were like 3 bison and they killed them all. Alright, so blink distance is now maxed out. And then we'll do blink efficiency. Just trying to level the mages up with a lot of blinking. Goro, what's on your mind? You're squeamish. That's right, that's right. You have the peg leg and you don't like it. Unfortunately for you, I was not able to capture an elf. We also have Lobo over here, who's in the process of being recruited. So they have a recruit resistance of about 10. And then anytime there's a conversion ritual ready, we'll go for Bowen as well. Hoping for that masterful conversion ritual, which will allow us to add him to our ranks. Which I would not hold your breath on, because masterful rituals, they happen, but they don't happen often enough, I think. Not reliably enough. Okay, adorned armor is done. I wasn't planning on getting forge replication. Let's do prisoner containment. There's not much sense in pulling for the remainder of the research, only because there's so little left that I'm just blowing through the remaining queue. The ones that are locked here require special books that we'll get from adventuring at some point. Danny, thank you for the sub. And welcome. Who should learn sunlight spell? So we've got Tal, who already has a bunch of channeled spells, but it's fine to add another. Thomas, Turnip, or Guero. Guero is eventually going to become a mage, but wouldn't be able to learn it quite yet. So including Guero is a little weird, because Guero needs the double strand that potentially needs to be protected. Now, the other thing that we could think about doing in the winter is we could do a heat wave if it gets too cold to actually just heat up the ambient temperature. Oops, not what I meant to do. What is Divine Blessing again? Oh, yeah. I am surprised how far behind the minions are at cleaning up. I guess there was just a lot of corpses. And a lot of stuff to haul. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Here's the recruitment attempt on Lobo. So Lobo has low mood. Is there anything I can do about that? You're hungry, but you're being fed. We should have fed you first. Bowen keeps leveling up. He's level 14 in the prison here, which is, I don't know, like Tala's 29 to be fair, but 14 is no slouch. He has been meditating a bit hard in there. I'm worried that he's like Magneto in the little prison plotting his escape. But there's no Mystique coming for him, so maybe not. Oh, that's not supposed to be left open. He could cast his way out. I mean, RimWorld of Magic really doesn't take advantage of all of the crazy strength of the spells. So, like, if he wanted out, he could leave whenever he wanted. Of course, he would have to fight us and we would win. He would die in the process, but, like, he could break out in a heartbeat. So you guys want Guero to be the one to cast. So I think what I'm going to do is... I actually don't know the range of Mage Light. I kind of need to know the range, I suppose. But yeah, this is very much chicken and the egg. So we're just going to hang 10 and wait for us to have some Devil Strand. I could harvest this Devil Strand early in order to try to benefit from it early. But yeah, that's what's going on. So we got Prisoner Containment. So these things require special books to unlock. I could do all the basic weapons except for crossbow. And that's all that's left in the medieval tree. I'm not planning on forge replication, so we could also get some of the elf mankind armor as well. So let's do that. Let's just get everything that we can. That's he suffering from heat stroke. Yeah, it is a bit hot. It's also why we have so many coolers in our kitchen, because I worried about the wine or beer spoiling. Wow, that was quick. blink and it's done. I was thinking I may want a second fueled stove. What's supposed to be on this? Cerium? Oh, yeah. Because of the cerium press. There's a lot of lembas corn. I would even go so far as to say, because it's late in the season, I'm not going to bother continuing to sow anything. So this stove that we're building can just be a dedicated lembas stove. That'll copy over the make bread loaf and grind the flour. Bulk. Then for fuel, we only use tar. Once we run out of tar, I'll move over to coal. That's going to be annoying because I'm going to have to interact with like every torch on the home tile. And in fact, we don't have a ton of tar, so I am not looking forward to that day. Because it's not like we can replenish it like we can coal. But a problem for future me. Alright, looks pretty good. Wait, I think are behind... Yeah, we are behind in raw wood. Okay, that's a little overeager. You know what I could do is set up a grow zone and try to find like a very the correct size which will replenish our raw wood where I don't have to micromanage it so much. Why does the woodland hearth give us carved walls? I mean, whatever, but weird. The other thing I forgot is grass is harvested. So maybe this is not a good idea because we're going to end up with like way more grass than wood. Thanks to the hay harvest of long grass. So let's not do that. We'll just cut down some immature trees, not a big deal. It's hard to believe that all these minions are working, but they are. Oh, and the wine is done. So here's some shelves with wine. Did I assign the wine to the social drug policy? Let's see. No. So for regular humans, it'll be the same as beer. And then for goblins, it will be the same as beer, but like consumed a lot less frequently because of addictions. Speaking of addictions, do we have any active ones? No? Oh, Nabla. Maybe Nabla? No, Nabla's fine. Nabla was addicted to, what, Psychite or something? So you can go back to goblin drugs. So taking a look at our shelves here, we have some silver ore that we should run through the smelter. And any gold ore, same deal. Oh, an elemental assault. Okay. It's going to be like that, huh? They're earthen elementals. So Goro's a little pissy. I'm going to leave Goro out of this fight. But the others are going to attend. The Tortured Artist, Body Squeamish, -18 is a lot to overcome a bit. Right. The Earth Elementals, like, make all the animals a little crazed. I forgot about that part, too. So we got elemental versus elemental fight over here. And the destruction of the portal really, really, really quick over here. Toxic Fallout is done. That was easy. And Madsy's already back to cooking due to her long-range blank. That is a big old blank. Alright. The other thing I wanted is Pommel Strikes. So I'm going to teach 2 Pommel Strikes, 1 to each fighter, which requires Magicite and Cloth. I'll scribe them with Tal. And that should allow them to subdue more people, which will be good for creating Orbs of the Elemental for healing. Because as far as injuries go, Madsy has a scar that could be healed, and it's a pretty bad scar. It really lowers her manipulation efficiency considerably. Crimson has a peg leg, Gora has a peg leg and a missing finger, Sildon has everything wrong with him, Nabla has a missing nose, and then Bowen is a bit of a human pinata with organs missing. So it would help. But the jade we're getting off of this is going to open some additional ritual options. As a lot of the rituals that we have up here are jade requiring, or some of them, and then of course crafting as well. Oh, the minions got the flu. Well, that's funny, because I don't remember caring about that. So, problem solved. Put all of your uranium on this shelf, and all the plasteel on this one. Plasteel is a weird thing to have to deal with in a series like this, because it's like used for stuff, but like probably shouldn't be. Oh, they're still man-hunting animals. 2. So this squirrel and some raccoon somewhere. This raccoon? No. This raccoon. Okay. Manhunter animals are dealt with. I should have checked that they had all been cleared. I just didn't. So, Lobo, how close are you? 0.7? So probably tomorrow, the next day, we will find ourselves with a new member. Had we decided what to do with him? It's been a minute, so I don't really recall. They're obviously going to be useful tending crop, but apart from that, I'm not really sure. So here's our Pommel Strikes. Madzi will learn one, and then Shield will learn the other. And this will allow us to just donk our enemies down with Pommel Strikes so that we can subdue them for purposes. For evil, wonderful purposes. Where is our... Oh, our Magistrate was over here. I'm also just trying to clean up the stockpile here of stuff we don't need. You know, I think we need a barrel of skulls. Or I might want to use them. I might want to just put ideological skull spikes everywhere, like bone ones. In regards to training skills, yeah, I would say it is best to have it automatically used so it's used regularly. There can be a case where they burn down their mana a bit, which is maybe not ideal, but they'll level up as a result, so it has that benefit. Okay, Lobo is joined. How is Bone's mood? So I decided last stream, or maybe even the stream before, it's been a while, that there's really no point in trying to torture Bowen with mood because of his mental break thresholds. There's really not a situation where he has back-to-back crises of faith due to his mental break threshold, so I'm not even bothering with that anymore. The only way I see that he'll ever convert is through a masterful conversion ritual, and apart from that, there's not really a situation where he converts normally. So Lobo's joined us. Lobo is an elf, to be a full-fledged member, which I think we intended for them to use... Oh, we actually don't have a gem for them. They need to... So here's the thing. They just joined us. This is going to be awkward. I think, technically, they need to be enslaved. Sorry, Lobo. You're not free anymore. We, order of operation this wrong. They need to be enslaved first. And then told to... let's not use that one though. And then told to use a gem. And then they can become a full-fledged member. But I don't have a gem for them. Alright, so let's take a look at him again and sort of decide what to do with him. So he's kind, beautiful, and ascetic. What to do with Lobo? Keep as a slave, give a magic gem, or give a might gem. There you go. 55 months already? Oh my god, Crimson. It's a while. Hey, I was wondering, do you want your clothing to be dyed red to match your name? If it fits the story, sure. Alright, let's have you be the Red Ranger. Go, go, Power Rangers. No, not that kind of Red Ranger. There we go. Crimson's Crimsonville. Thank you for watching RimWorld Death of the Isle, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow followers of Sauron.